these kind of winter looking dies. We're also going to be using some of the Sizzix cardstock paper, which I've recently been turned on to, and usually you use my dies to cut thick material, mat board, chipboard, but today we're going to cut paper, and I just want to show you kind of the difference of what the two look like. So I hope you'll watch and learn some tips and tricks for working with scoreboards. So I'm going to turn my camera down and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so these are the two dies that I'm going to use. Mainly, I wanted to show you how to construct this ornament box out of paper, but this die was also designed to work with it, and so I thought instead of doing this in a seasonal theme, I'm going to do it for kind of a summer theme. So that's what we're going to do. I thought the first thing would be fun, and it's always inspiring to see samples. So I'll show you a couple versions of the die. Now these are all made by my team, and I want to thank them because they're amazing. But this one was made out of like a foil paper. So you can see it's not made out of mat board. It's fairly thin, but if you're giving this as a gift, you know, like she's got a little space for a gift card here, you don't need to make it out of mat board. You know why? It's just you're kind of disposable. So there's one. But if you want to construct something that is dimensional, you can do this and use the circle part and do kind of a shaker card out of it. And here Pam she's used the mandala, and this is the base of the die. And so anyway, she has configured this to work as a sturdy kind of 3D project. So you can take it from one to the other. And that's the real fun of these scoreboard dies for me. Here's the one I did for the packaging, and this is made out of mat board, and you can see this is sturdy. It's, you know, this is gonna last, and kind of you can hand that down or something like it. Here's another one. This is made out of the mat board, and Susie has covered that with foil, but you can see the difference in the kind of sturdiness of the project. Now here are some other ways that you can use this die, and this is a lot of using the circle, but then with the other elements in the other set, this one. So they're kind of mixed and matched, and that's how I design them, because I like to have things that are versatile. So these are all some ornaments, and if you want to watch, I've got some coming up on my Facebook page. We do a Facebook Live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you can see how we construct some of these. We usually do a project. Eileen Hull designs on Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, here it is on a card. So you could use this as a beach ball card. You know, you can make whatever you want out of it, color in whatever colors, and have a ball, you know. Here it is for the fall. You know, I just cut 3 circles and kind of stacked them, layered them. These are made out of leather, so you can combine all different kinds of materials together to get some fun looks. Here is one made out of felt, and this is another ornament by Lisa on my team. And if you want to check eileenhull.com, you're going to see 3 to 5 projects every middle of the week, usually Wednesday. And look at this, she added a little heart on the back. That's like my favorite thing. Not my favorite, but it's cool. And this is one of the pieces that come on the die. So we'll look at that in a minute. What else? I think that is it as far as projects. So let's get on to creating this little 3D project. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get a piece of paper. Now this is heavy duty. This is 110-pound cardstock, and I do like some weight to this project. You know, if you're going to make the base of it, at least should be able to keep things together. So what I'm going to do is, here is my die. All right, and let's just look at it. The only pieces we're going to use today are the base, and well, the well is what I call it, the piece that goes inside to kind of keep everything together. And then we're going to cut 2 circles, and that will be on either side. So what I did was I took the, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I'm going to stick these 2 bases together. So that way I know I've got a nice strong base, and then I'm going to leave the adhesive off, and I'm going to cut 2 of my circles. So let's go ahead and do that. I should have peeled this off ahead of time. I did it last time. There we go. All right, so I'm using the Sizzix double-sided adhesive to put these 2 pieces of paper together just to strengthen up the base. You can burnish that a little bit and peel it up. And then we're just going to fold it over. All right, and then we're going to run it through our machine. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. I know this is at the base, and I'm all ready to go. So we're going to take our 2 cutting pads. I like to use a long one on the bottom just so I don't have to worry that it's going to slip and slide or, not go through. That's just me. And then I'm going to take my big shot, and we're going to roll this through, and then we'll put it together. Now I'm going to have extra pieces left over, and that's okay. I keep them because I might want to use them for another project. Craft cardstock is always a good, strong base. So now I have my 2, one's here. I have my 2 sides to my box, and then these are just kind of extra, but these are the pieces that go, on either side. So like this to make the ornament look. Here's the little hanger. Got some rickrack. That would be cute on a tag. And then in here, I've got some hangers also. And we need that. Okay, see how sturdy that is? That's almost the width of mat board, the depth, but not quite. All right, so let's take the pieces that we're going to use and put everything else over here. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a tip on using these circles. When I designed this die, I wanted to have the option of a circle for an ornament. I wanted the whole thing. At the same time, I knew that it was going to be sitting on the bottom of this little well. So if you want to have them sit straight on the ground, what you're going to do is just get your trimmer and just trim off a tiny little sliver of the bottom of the circle. Okay, not a lot. You don't need a lot taken off. Can if you want, but you don't need to. And then these are going to sit right on the ground and not, do this little thing. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold over on all the score lines, all right, as we usually do. And I fold all the way over when I'm using mat board because that breaks the fibers, and would also do it in this case, but it's not as thick. And then I'm going to take a strong double-sided adhesive, which I like to use this red liner tape. Just put in a shameless plug. I've got a line of it with thermal web. It's nice and strong, and you need something sturdy to keep these projects together because they're heavy duty. So what I'm going to do is just take my tape, and I'm going to run that straight across here. And I'm doing that for a couple reasons. One of them is I am kind of lazy about cutting tape, but the other reason is that it's going to help in the corners to kind of stick this project together. You'll see in a minute when we put it together. All right, so we're just going to trim that off, and then I'm going to peel up my paper and we'll put our box together. And there's so many ways that you can use this little box. I mean, a beach ball little favor for the beach, wouldn't that be cute? Like a party, if you had a party or something. All right, now see how these are going to help stick this and keep it in position where it should go. All right, so what I'm going to do is lay that down on my table, and these line up exactly where they can go. And then you're going to take your circle and just make sure these are kind of squished in enough. And you're going to lay that down and press. All right, now carefully peel that up. And you're going to do the same thing over here. And because you cut them together, that this is going to perfectly line up. Then you've got your nice little box, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the other die. We're gonna use this one, and we're gonna cut a couple layers of the cardstock, and that's where it is just beautiful. I just wanted to show you. And for this, because this is an intricate die, you can see, you know, there's a lot of skinny little lines in here. I'm gonna show you how you can cut 2 pieces of the Sizzix cardstock, which looks like this. It's a really nice package. It comes with 4 sheets of each, which I like because, you know, you get started on a project, it's like, oh, I only have 3 pieces. This one has 4. So, and if you make a mistake, you're still covered. And look at these colors. So I'm using the 2 greens. I think they go together really nicely. But the secret weapon to cutting these intricate dies is this chrome precision base plate, and you're gonna want to have it. Okay, it just is the best thing ever. All right, so I'm going to show you how you can cut 2 at a time of these little wreaths. All right, so I just have 2 pieces here. I cut to size. I'm going to place my wreath on top, and we're just going to roll that through. And wait until you see how cleanly that comes out. I only ran it through 1 time. And let's take a look. Look at that. Perfect. Every time. Even 2 layers, and this is pretty thick cardstock. It's probably 80 pound. So you're just gonna pop it out. Let's go this way. And then we're gonna kind of stack these up on your box. And I have another sample that I didn't show you. I made it out of blue, but I kind of like, I wanted to see what happened with card. So I'll show you the other one too, but it's kind of the same idea. And then you're going to pop these out of the center, and I kind of like these little things that are left over. And I also thought that would make a great stencil, you know, to go around and just kind of shade into the middle and do a word or something. But you can pick them out together, and they just pop out. I love that. I hate picking those things. And then you just separate it. And then what we're going to do is layer a couple colors, alternate them on the box, and make this more summery. You could add flowers, little flowers if you wanted. But I wanted to show you, I've got this little berry die. These are the other pieces to that die that I showed you. You can't always tell because they're, where'd it go? You know, they're hidden under here, but this is what comes with it. And so you could just cut these in different shades of green and kind of put them around the edge, but this is designed to fit perfectly on this circle here. So I'm going to do that. Why would I cut out more than I need? And then I just kind of stack them on top. I have a couple extras here, so I'm just going to add these, and then I just add a couple dots of glue because I like the dimension of it. I like them to kind of stand out. Okay, and you know, so just add a couple dots, maybe to the bottom one. Well, let's just do it. There's my glue. You know, just here and there. See, they do kind of stick together. And just place that on. Even if you go off a little, it doesn't matter because the others are going to be on top and just fill in. I love this die, I have to say. I don't usually do thinlits, but this one is just so pretty. You can use it for, I mean, in the winter, it would be great. And you could do like little brown pine cones or, you know, anything really. And I didn't even think of the flowers, honestly, because I wanted to use the little berry branch, but you could. So just kind of turn it around so it's not exactly the same. And you've got this cute little wreath. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was this die here. It's called the Waterfall and Tags die. This is from my last collection. And I do have a little piece that I'll show you that is cut cut out of this. So what I was doing was chopping them off and just putting them on here. But the other thing that I figured out was these are little reinforcements, but the little circles that are left are just the perfect size for berries, and they're 2 sizes, so you can just cut them. You'll also get the reinforcement at the same time. So just a little something to save you time, you know, we like to do that. And then just dot a little glue on here, pop that, whoop, around the corner. See, I need a little, maybe tweezers would be good. But you can just kind of fill these in wherever you want. And actually what I do is just kind of add a little glue and then dip it in there to get the color, or get the glue on the back, if you can pick it up. That's what happens when you don't have nails, but oh well. Anyway, you can add as many as you like, you know. Just add a couple for now. Well, that's a lot. And then I'm going to add a little bird just to kind of anchor the... Come on. Why does it take 2 hours to do everything? All right, and then we're just going to add our little birdie down here. And you've got this cute little box. And I just think this is adorable. All right, now on my other one, I colored in his legs. I should have done that first, but I just took a brown marker. Because birds don't have blue legs. Maybe there are some, but... And then I also added an eye up here. Okay, so now he's more realistic. Okay, so now we have our little box. Let me show you what I did on this other sample. It kind of had a different look. Also, if you're wondering, this is so handy. This die is called the display stand, and this is one of mine. It's a scoreboard die. I covered it with fabric, and I added magnets, and I can keep all of my tiny little dies and pieces here on this little stand for when I'm working on a project, and I love it. So if you want to come over to Eileen Hull Designs, you can search in the tab on top that says more and go to videos and see how to make that, because it's really handy. I probably need another one. Anyway, there is that. So let me show you this other one that I did, and this one I did on blue. It's also fun, but here I used this. And I had cut this out of watercolor paper and done these in watercolor. So there's so many ways that you can do this. And then I was like, well, what goes with that? Oh, these are little pom-poms. Wouldn't that be cute? This is the little piece of paper left out when you die cut your flower. And I thought it would be fun to watercolor these and add a little pom-pom to the center and just have a flower. So I made a little kit to send to somebody. I don't know who, but they're going to get these little centers. And then I also used the bow, which is really fun. So that can go, you know, you could do any combination. So I like to cut out, when I have scraps, I like to cut out several different colors, and so I can mix and match them as I want. And I don't know, I'm kind of liking that plain. But see, you could add anything, little treats or snacks or jewelry items, anything small like Julia did, a gift card, anything. You can see how quickly they go together. This would also be pretty on the front of a card, and just hi, or hello there, hi friend. I think I did, oh, I didn't show you that one. Yeah, here's a little tag that I did, friend, and then you could tie that on a gift. So I hope you will take a look at this die, maybe pick it up and experiment. If you do, please let me know what it is you're making. We have lots of fun going on in the Eileen Hull fan club. We're, I think, at 5,700 members, very active group, very involved, and we love to make stuff and share. So please come on over and join us there. And I hope to see you soon. I'll see you back on the blog, or on the, you know, here, online. All right, it's been a long day, guys. I'll see you soon.